Oh, excellent.
Here we are, Tekken 7.
Get ready for the next battle.
Please press to confirm. I like how I am basically only using one Tekken 7 song. The rest is from other games.
Okay. By the way, you're still kind of quiet.
It's because, Oh my God.
I never had a game ask me whether I wanted to be on the left or the right side before. This is kind of weird.
I want to be on whatever side I feel like being on, but I guess it doesn't really make a tremendous difference.
Not particularly, no. Not in this game.
Because
I mean, there are a lot more fireball motions and uppercut motions than there used to be.
Not that we have actual people with fireballs and uppercuts in the game.
Yep.
Guest starring Akuma.
Yep. Well, there's the Eliza too.
Well, she's not really a guest star because she was in Tekken Revolution.
Yeah.
For that, it's more like starring this character that nobody really fucking knew about.
Mm-hmm.
Other than people who, like, religiously played Tekken.
Yeah. Narcoleptic vampire.
Why use default portraits when you can use stylish artwork?
Yes. Even if it doesn't match the character you made at all.
Something about that dude's, like... I can't remember what his name was for the one you're using. Something about the way he colors stuff is weird. Like, it's a little bit too... I'm not going to say full, but... It's... Something is off about it.
I see how we're going to be here. Alright.
How we're going to be?
Introducing the new thing in Tekken 7.
Super moves.
They're a little broken.
So I actually beat... which is Kuma in the final special chapter. What a fucking pain in the ass.
Not surprised.
That fight was pure nonsense.
Like most of the story mode, honestly.
Yeah. There was a couple fights where it's just like, what the fuck? Because mostly it was... Anytime the CPU just fucking got back up for no particular reason whatsoever.
Yes.
Which was literally any fight between Heihachi and... Well,
basically anybody.
Or anytime you had to fight Heihachi.
Yes.
Why? Because I... No. Because reasons.
Because Heihachi's a badass, that's why. Didn't you know Heihachi's supposed to be the baddest ass that ever bad and ass that went to badass school and...
Badass town?
Had to walk 15 badass miles in the badass snow up the badass hill both ways. Yes, he had to walk up the hill both ways to go both to school and home.
The badass geography shifted.
Exactly.
Yeah, that was my usual thing anytime anybody threw the both ways in the snow thing. It's like, I see. Geography shifted just to make sure you had to go both ways.
Yes.
Geomancers came by and raised the earth.
There was a catastrophic event.
That either raised the ground where your home was while you were at school, or just drop the school instead. Guess who still can't misstep? It's me. I can't do misstep.
Oh.
I don't get it. I don't get the bring the stick back to neutral and then press down forward.
It's basically you think of Street Fighter.
When I think of Street Fighter, I think of just like do the whole motion. No stopping.
Yeah, except in this one you have to stop and then do the rest.
And then Kazuya could fly.
Yep.
Tell me you saw that intro, right?
Yes. You will believe a demon can fly.
I'm really hoping that Tekken versus Street Fighter is on the table now.
Yeah, hopefully. They can even use this engine for it. I mean, that's clearly what they have Akuma in there for, right? To test the whole idea of how you would handle projectiles in a Tekken game.
That's what I was thinking. I'm just reminded of the Akuma fight and the constant focus attacking.
Yes. Actually, everybody in this game has a move like that now.
Only Akuma spams it frequently, though.
You could, every character in the game could spam it if they wanted to. Wouldn't be effective because eventually you're gonna realize it and not, not handle it. But I think it's weak to low attacks.
It didn't seem like Akuma's focus attack was.
Oh well, story mode's probably bullshit, but just
really?
about every instance of it everywhere else, it could pretty much be stopped that way.
Story mode bullshit? Nonsense. That's nonsense of the highest order.
Yep. Uh-oh. Yeah, see, that doesn't work if
You block?
the other person's clearly... Yeah, if the other person has a chance, they'll block it. That's why you never see me do it when you're not, when you're not blocking.
That reminds me, I don't think I actually set my controls back from the default.
Oh. Why would you need to change them?
Mostly so I could use the shoulder buttons.
Oh. What were you doing where you weren't able to use the shoulder buttons?
I think I actually just forgot to change it from the default to begin with. I know I set custom and then...
default should allow for shoulder buttons, though.
It uses L1 for like story-specific stuff, and I think R1 for Rage Art specifically.
Oh, yeah. I don't know how I would get by without that button, honestly.
Yeah, seeing as how I can't remember like half of people's Rage Arts.
Yeah. I mean, most of them are just basically something with X and circle or left and right kick, but that's not always a given.
Man, that character select timer is not generous at all.
No, it's not. Just all of a sudden, pick character, get in there.
It's like, okay, I guess I'm Heihachi now.
This is my life now.
Unkillable. Except for the end of the story, spoilers, where I am killed. Maybe. Perhaps. Probably. Most likely not.
Well, he'll just come back for Tekken Tag,
Tekken Tag 3. Or the story will just be like, yep, Heihachi's back. We're not even going to bother explaining it this time. He just is.
Why would they need to explain it? It's a crossover game.
Alright, for like Tekken 8, they'll just be like, yep, here he is again. He punched through the lava and the rest of the volcano.
Yep.
Because, I mean, he's been blown up, for Christ's sake. Most people don't come back from that part.
Yeah. Well, Kazuya did. Albeit he wasn't on One Piece when he did.
Yeah, I was going to say science was involved there. It's different.
Now, if Heihachi comes back in Tekken 8, he's got a red fucking eye with cyborg stuff, I'm going to lose it. Like, you only get one of those per game. You don't need two of them.
Come on, you know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, and then
Cyber-Heihachi.
Yeah, and then Kazuya downloads his consciousness into a giant robot, and Heihachi does the same thing. We have a great big freaking Godzilla fight in the middle of the city. Actually, that sounds cool.
Video games, everybody.
Yep.
Or Tekken games, everybody.
Yep. Brad, if you're listening, even though that's totally bonkers and I wish you'd do something else, I won't be mad if you do that.
Harada, if you're listening, please, like, I would like to move on for the Mishimas now.
Yeah. Well, we got at least one more game of it, apparently. Because you gotta have Kazuya versus Jin now.
Don't advertise Tekken 7 as the end of the Mishima saga when it's still basically the Mishima saga.
Yep. Well, technically it's not, because Jin's a Kazama, not a Mishima.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. Don't do the semantics thing. Doesn't work.
This isn't gonna work.
No, it's gonna work.
Oh, I guess it would.
So the low part, yeah.
I can't believe that worked. I had just a sliver of energy left.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I've kind of found that rage arts, unless you're blocking, you're probably gonna get hit by it. Or I guess you're out of range. If you're clearly in a position where you're not gonna get hit by it, then you're not gonna get hit by it.
Well, like I'm saying, if you're clearly in a position to be able to block, you're not gonna get hit by it. But if you're in a motion when the move hits, you're gonna get hit.
Like being in the air.
Yep. It's like maximum Kacha framing.
The absolute worst place to be in Tekken. The air.
Yes.
I think that's another thing about the character stories that bugs me. It's like they introduce new characters and then they're just like, yep, this is who they are, I guess.
Yeah, and half these characters don't even show up in the actual game.
Like, here's Josie. She's a crybaby for some reason, I guess.
Yep.
Like, you could probably see somebody shrugging in the distance. Like, yeah, oh yeah, totally. Totally a crybaby. Like, you kind of see that guy, like, looking at Harada, like, looking for an explanation. And
Harada's like, because.
Harada just folds his arms, nods, and is like, tequila. And that's it. Speaking of, what do you think of those rumors about, them revamping pretty much all of Street Fighter V for Season 3?
That sounds like a good idea.
It sounds like it really exaggerated and untrue, but it would be nice.
Yeah, it would be nice. I'm not counting on it. I'm not holding my breath, but they clearly need to do something.
Oh, shit,
They're successful in the competitive field, but first of all, it only seems like they're doing it grudgingly. You hear the pros complaining about it all the time. But then, you know, it's not catching on for anybody else.
When was the last time they... Actually, wait, when the fuck did Ed come out again?
When Ed?
Yeah.
That was a few months ago, wasn't it?
I forget if it was the end of May or if it was April. Because, I mean, if it was April, we're due for another character pretty damn soon.
That's not gonna hit. Nope.
Yeah, if it were...
Figured I might as well. I was gonna die anyway.
Fair enough. Yeah, if it were the end of April, the end of June would be when we would technically have to get another character for Season 2. But if it were May, then they have until July. Combination throws.
Yep.
Blue Mary all up ins. Speaking of people that probably could benefit from being in another game.
Mm-hmm.
SNK, like, who the fuck is Blue Mary?
Wait, what the hell just happened? Oh,
Magic happened.
the chat window just popped up on my screen all of a sudden. I must have hit the touchpad by accident. This is not going well.
Who would have thought that even in Tekken I'm still better at Street Fighter? Womp womp.
Wow, that one has range on it. You just have to remember that.
Thank you for the achievement game. You won an online match finally. It only took you 4 tries.
I don't know. I already got that one. I actually played a little bit of a quick match a few days ago. Just to kind of gauge where I was.
For everybody at home, Tekken is not my best game. I can't do 3-dimensional spaces, I guess.
I'm alright with Tekken. Mainly because it's, much like Virtua Fighter, it's kind of intuitive.
I'm actually better at Virtua Fighter or Dead or Alive than Tekken. It's a good thing I don't have comments available on these videos because I'd get fucking torn apart for that one. If anybody watched these. So I guess ultimately I don't have to worry about it either way. Yep, I'm okay with that. I know how YouTube comments work. Wait, weren't we talking about something before we started recording?
Basically, just the fact that story mode is, while it's good, I enjoyed it in general. I wish that they would have focused on some of the other characters, including the new characters who we know next to nothing about now. For instance,
there's not really much you need to know about Lucky Chloe.
Well, kinda. Because, like, I thought she'd just be cutesy, and then she just turned out to be, like, a horrible person. Really a horrible person.
She turned out to be a crabby bitch.
Yep.
Which actually makes her way more tolerable for me.
Yeah, that was kind of my opinion, too. It's like, okay, I can understand this now. Boy, we are totally jaded, aren't we?
Just a bit. But that's okay. Well, I think we gotta defy those personality tropes about us.
I don't know. Like I said, I don't mind a character that's just, you know, uniquely happy, but it can't feel cheesy. And it's really hard to do.
Like Lucky Chloe? Kind of cheesy happy, but totally fake.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. I'm okay with that. But if Lucky Chloe had played the trope straight, and that's all she was, and she was totally one-dimensional, I wouldn't have been okay with that.
Also, I think we've confirmed without a doubt that being hit low during a rage right, it doesn't do shit.
Nope.
Being hit low by it, however, completely different.
Yep.
Like I said,
I need to work out some of these strings she has. She's got some crazy stuff going on there.
I'm terrible at this game.
You can knock
like
it
I
off,
said.
Lucky Chloe. We know how you really are.
But no, there's a camera. To my knowledge, apparently Lucky Chloe's attacks, like, they're stronger if you keep a rhythm going, apparently.
Yeah. Well, there's actually a few moves that she has where you need to do something to the rhythm of the song and to get, you know, on the match that you're on.
Fuck it, Lucky Chloe. Why not? Here we are, the choice everybody thought I would never make. I should really stop picking, like, random stage. I like all the music I pick for the stages, but, like, sometimes I just don't want to hear it. someday I'll get to the point where I'm just gonna change every stage theme to the same song because it's just like I just want to listen to this song for a while.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
What did you pick? Random?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't expect you to pick Lucky Chloe.
Man, I totally just said I did.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I didn't. You said that you were picking a choice that would shock everybody. You didn't say who it was.
The most shocking of all.
That is true.
None of this cat paw shit, though.
Yeah.
I think the question I have for Lucky Chloe is, why does G Corporation have an idol mascot? I feel like
because
this is
they're evil.
But what the fuck would
You
they
really need another explanation besides that?
What does an evil company need a mascot for?
A mascot like Lucky Chloe?
Let alone a mascot that's an idol.
Well, to be fair, my understanding is that you know, they're kind of exploitative. You know, the idol business is kind of exploitative to begin with. So that sounds like something G Corporation would get into, if that's the case.
I suppose. I'm not sure how I feel about Eliza's voice.
Yeah, she's kind of. I guess she's trying to go for sleepy, but like, she just kind of comes off as kind of milk toasty instead.
Kind of lazy.
Yeah.
Like there's emotion there, but there's not much of it. No, not today. I wonder who the next guest character is going to be.
Who said there's gonna be a guest character?
Harada did.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, there was going to be at least 2 more guest characters apparently.
Like from where, or...
Yeah, I don't know.
You know, it would drive people nuts if they had a character from Dead or Alive in there.
It's gonna be Goku.
Dude, you know, with all the wrestling stuff that's in this game, if they put like Okada or something in here, I'd laugh my ass off.
Who?
Kazuchika Okada. He's basically the head of New Japan, which is, if you've seen like they've got like a New Japan shirt and a Bullet Club shirt. That's all wrestling stuff.
Oh, that's true. I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm. Apparently, they weren't going to put that stuff in the American version of the game, but people were like, hey, put that stuff in, because New Japan is kind of big over here now.
Sort of like how they originally Harada joked they weren't going to put Lucky Chloe in the game.
I don't think that was ever meant to be anything but a joke.
I think I actually said this at some point, but my vote was for Axel from Streets of Rage, because like I need more fucking Streets of Rage.
That's always good.
I need more Streets of Rage music more than anything. I have no idea how long I've been recording.
Uh-oh. I'm not sure how long we've been recording either. I don't have a clock in my face right now.
I'm literally right in front of a clock, but...
I think we started at like 10:15, 10:30.
I was
so
close.
About a half an hour.
Closer to like 10:45.
Okay.
Alex, do a cut
like
after.
15 minutes in.
Do a cut after this episode.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not this episode. This fight. That's what I meant.
Yep.
Don't put
So
any.
like.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, so like, there was I think I mentioned part of this to you, but there was this guy. There's this one guy that does this show called Who Dad, which is basically he looks at different characters for different video game and anime series and just kind of goes over their design and their history and you know all this stuff. So he did Eddie, but instead of him actually doing it, there's a guy from Maximilian's group, the fighting game guy, who's
Maximilian dude.
Yeah, Maximilian dude. He's a huge fan of Eddie. And so he did this whole big long thing about Eddie's past and all this stuff, and how he was a big fan of him. And this was before Tekken 7 had actually come out. And so then Maximilian did a huge story stream where he just went through like all the story mode and a bunch of the side stuff based on it. And he just, when they got to Eddie's stuff, all of Eddie's stuff is Eddie versus Lucky Chloe. And in both stories, both Lucky Chloe's and Eddie's, they just make an enormous fool out of him. And it was basically, it's worth, when you get a chance, when you guys get done watching this episode, go see if you can find that. Because it's hilarious. It's both hilarious and sad at the same time. Not necessarily the story mode, because you'll get to see that, but the reaction that this guy had to what they did to Eddie in this story.
Whatever it was basically my reaction to, like, wow, guys, really?
Yeah. Dude, like, he got so salty about this. He actually, like, went off screen, changed his outfit from the Eddie cosplay he had been wearing. Like, just some dark, edgy looking outfit. And for the rest of the episode, like, next story thing that they showed, which was, they did a boss rage. It was, basically Maximilian just trying to take on both boss Kazuya and the Akuma thing.
Mm-hmm.
And he basically came back and he was acting like all dark and demonic and had this low voice, like it's like, you will never win. Just it was, the whole thing, it was just hilarious. I don't even normally watch all that stuff at length, but I was glued to my seat on that.
Also, next time on Bro versus Bro, more talking about other people doing videos.